Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. I hope everyone watching this is having a good day. If you're not having a good day, trust me, after this video, you would definitely have a good day because Newcastle are all over media at the minute regarding two potential signings, sorry. Sky Sports are now on the case for Vitor Romano, are now on the case. The mainstream media have entered the game. Sven Botman and Moussa Diaby, two huge signs that Newcastle could make in this summer transfer window. The news that came out regarding those two, and as a result, everyone's talking about it, so that's why I'm here today. But anyway, guys, as always, you're new to the channel, make sure to head down there, hit that subscribe button. It keeps you guys updated on all the news on the channel. And trust me, there'll be a lot of news in this window. And as well as that, if you can also smash the like button, I really do appreciate it. And finally, question of the day. Would you take Moussa Diaby and Sven Botman at Newcastle? That is the question for you. Make sure to stick it down below in the comment section. And without further ado, let's get into it. First off, I want to wish a massive thank you to Jamie Rubin, because on Twitter yesterday he dropped the link essentially to his horse racing. So on the 24th of June, Newcastle season ticket holders can actually go on and get themselves 2 tickets for free. Bear in mind the tickets as well are like £40 each, so that's £80 worth of tickets I got for myself yesterday. So thank you so much, Jamie. That was a little plug for you there. I really do appreciate it. I've never been to the horse racing live before. I know for a fact I'm going to lose a lot of money, but listen, that's £80 worth of tickets for free. There'll be a lot of Newcastle fans there. Hell, I might even do a vlog for it. So cheers for that, Jamie. I'm absolutely buzzing for that. I can't wait to get down to the horse racing. But yeah, I thought I'd quickly put a thank you out there. As always, we will continue the daily updates with Lucas Piquetta now. On Twitter this morning, he came out with a thank you message for the Lyon fans, saying he can't wait for next season. And as a result, quite a few Newcastle fans went, you know what, he's probably going to stay at Lyon this summer. Now, I wouldn't look too deeply into this. I know I made a video on Hayden, I think it was on Monday, where I talked about his message to the fans, but there's a massive difference between the two. In Hayden's one, he reflects on his 6 years in Newcastle, and it heavily implies that his time could be coming to an end. I really think with the way he's came across in it. Whereas this Piquetta one, at the minute now, he seems content on staying at Lyon, but things can change very quickly in a transfer window. You saw yesterday with Diego Carlos saying for Aston Villa, kind of just came out of nowhere. Things can change quite quickly, and with Lucas Piquetta, I think there is more to it. Now, there is a possibility he won't sign this summer, but I do think within the next couple of years, as I said in the previous video, I think he will be a Newcastle player. The fact that he's best mates with Bruno, I think, is huge. He came into Newcastle last week. I do believe there's some business reasons to that. I still stand by that. And maybe, as I said before, maybe it won't be this summer, but I'm confident going forward that in a few years' time, he'll be playing for Newcastle. It's just one of those ones where it's just destined to happen, I really feel like. But yeah, as always, keep an eye on Piquetta. But with the news coming out regarding 2 of our players today, and the heavy news as well, it could be one for a different transfer window. One signing Newcastle could announce as early as next week, who's not a player, but it could be our most important signing this summer, is Dan Ashworth. So in January time, he left Brighton. It was confirmed that he would be joining Newcastle, but he's on garden leave, which means he can't work for Newcastle at the minute. He's on a break. So once that garden leave ends, he can then work for Newcastle. But at the minute, Newcastle are trying to slice down the garden leave time with Brighton. So they're trying to pay Brighton more money to get him in earlier. So if we can do that, we can get him working straight away, which will be huge for the club going forward. He's good at selling players. He can get rid of all our useless players straight away. He can also be implementing changes now that could benefit us in a few years' time. It's like playing a game of chess. He's playing his moves now, and we're going to see if those moves win us the game, which they should do, really. That's the only way of putting it. It's going to be a huge one to bring in. I'm not going to pretend that I'm Dan Ashford expert. I'm not. I don't know how he operates in and around the club. But I'm assuming that he will work with the women's team and the main team. He will play a huge part in how the club progresses going forward. And he's going to be massive to bring in. He's going to help encourage more players to join the club. He's just going to help clean out the garbage we've got. He's someone that would just help rejuvenate the club. He's done great work for Brighton, and I expect him to do great work in Newcastle as well. Newcastle United yesterday announced the return list from all the academy players leaving the club now. I'm not going to go on individual players because most of these are younger than me, but I'll be brutally honest, I'm glad I'm seeing some of the names on there. I've watched the youth team quite a lot last season, and they underperformed quite a bit. I think to see some of the names on there is just good. We need to work from the foundation upwards, likes of Paul Dummett, Andy Cowder, Longstaff. They are homegrown players that have progressed for the youth squad. Newcastle will need a couple more going forward in and around the squad. Eddie Anderson could potentially be one in the future. He's had a great season. But yeah, best of luck for those players, but I think the correct decision was made on them. Before we get onto the two main signings, a quick update on why Dean Henderson's been a bit delayed lately now. Reports are coming out saying that Manchester United also want another goalkeeper in replacement of Dean Henderson, with Cardolo being one of the two goalkeepers now. Let me be the first to say it here, take that in a heartbeat. Give them Cardolo. We'll have Dean Henderson. My word, yes, take that every single day of the week. I'll be more than happy to do that personally. I think Dean Henderson is a much better goalkeeper than Cardolo. I'm not sure if he's going to be a number 1 or a number 2, but I would definitely give them Darlow for Dean Henderson. I really feel like that's a good move for Newcastle. Let's talk about one of the big ones now, Sven Botman. I've said this every single time, I will continue to say it. Murdoch, if you follows him on Instagram, they've been chatting in the DMs, we already know this. He wanted to join Newcastle in January, and Moussa Diaby said so. And now things are really starting to heat up. So we'll begin off with exclusives coming in from Italian media. So it started off a bit small, you know, as usual when reports come out and they just claim different stuff. However, it'll start to intensify. Fabrizio Romano then came out and said Newcastle's interest never went away. Then after that, we had Pete Graves pretty much quote the tweet with his eye emoji. That one personally from Pete Graves excited me. I'm not going to tell you how he knows stuff, but trust me when I say this, he will know. And I really feel like Sky Sports have something brewing up behind the scenes, and I'm hoping that it's going to be this one. And further evidence to even put this on even more now is Paolo Maldini, director AC Milan, one of the greatest, if not the greatest centre-half to ever kick a football, came out saying that, well, there's plenty of options out there. He's almost just given up on the deal. It's such a weird response, and I feel like that definitely really puts in a red carpet for Newcastle now. We put in a good offer for him. I think the talks in January could benefit us a lot. Now, some problems AC Milan have as well as the fact there's an ongoing takeover, so it's going to be... So the future of Jonas is going to be quite uncertain, and trust me, Newcastle fans know about a long takeover. So, but for AC Milan, it's not, the timing's terrible. They just won the Serie A, yes, but the timing's not great for them. There's still a lot of uncertainty, and Newcastle can really take advantage of this, and I think we will. I'm confident this one can get done. Maybe things go pear-shaped in a couple of days' time, but yeah, with the information I've got at the minute, it looks really good for Newcastle. This is what I'm quite excited for. We need another centre-half to go alongside Dan Burns, Sven Botman. Every day of the week, I would take him in a heartbeat. The second player Newcastle's been heavily linked to today. Now, these links aren't as strong as the Botman ones, but they still are decently strong. Is Moussa Diaby, the Bayer Leverkusen striker. 31 goal contributions in 42 games. This guy is no joke. If Newcastle were to sign it, it would be for about £50 million, which would be a record sign for the club. Now, some reports out here. So Luke Edwards in the Telegraph said keep an eye on him, as well as that we've got some other journalists here claiming that it's a close one. So I'm not going to dwell on this one too much at the minute, but again, Newcastle need a striker in this window. I think the striker will be the main priority, so I think a good amount of our money will go onto a striker. So I think a £50 million striker could actually be a realistic thing. As mental as it sounded a couple of seasons ago, I think it could be realistic now. Now with Diaby, obviously I've now watched him play before, so I can't act like I'm an analyst or anything like that. I'm not. But obviously, as I said before, 31 goal contributions in 42 games. That's impressive. Joe Linton, I think he got, about 10 contributions in about a full season at Hoffenheim. So, yeah, he's been exceptional for Newcastle. So, if we can get this Bundesliga looking again, I'm sure things will go well. But yeah, Patrick Cisse, Peter LEVERKUSEN, I think, has there been any bad Bundesliga signs Newcastle made? I can't actually remember. I don't think there's been any bad ones. So, yeah, hopefully let's keep the run going. And Diaby looks like a really good one. So, keep an eye on him. But yeah, this one for now is because it still needs a bit more cooking in the oven. One final bit of information. A lot's been said in this video, but it looks like Jamal Lewis still has some time at Newcastle, yes. It looks like Eddie Howe's actually going to give him a chance to go out in pre-season and try and impress him. One more chance for Newcastle. Can he take it? Do I agree with that one, to be honest? I don't know, because I think Newcastle are going to get a new left-back for sure. If it's not Matt Targett, it'll be Renan Lodi, so... I don't know if it's the right call. Obviously, Paul Dummett's going to stay for another year. We've got Dan Burn who can play left back. If Mankiw doesn't get so, he can play left back, but I think he will get so, to be honest. So, I mean, I do feel bad for Jamal Lewis, because I think before that injury against Liverpool, he was putting better performances in. He never really had the chance under Eddie Howe, so you could argue that. So, yeah, why not? I suppose, obviously, as long as we got the positions sorted, if we do want to sell him in the end, so... Yeah, I think why not? Pre-season, let's give him one more chance to see if he can improve himself. But what do you guys think about that one? Do you think Jamal Lewis deserves another chance? But anyway, we're going to finish things off there, guys. A lot's been said in the video. I know there's a lot to take in. Dan Ashford, Dean Henderson, Moussa Diaby. We've got Sven Botman. My words, a lot of transfer activity now. And bear in mind, it still hasn't opened. Still like another couple of weeks before it opens. So times are exciting. Times are unbelievable. And these journalists want to come out and say Newcastle are going to spend £50 million, £60 million. What a load of rubbish. You've seen Aston Villa had already spent about £50-60 million already. So listen, if they can do that, Newcastle can definitely do that. So don't believe any of this financial fair play garbage. Newcastle can spend what they want. They'll go out there, they've got the signs they need. I said it in the past, I think it'll be between £90 to £100 million. But let's see in the end how much Newcastle actually spend. But anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts down below. I hope you enjoy your day now. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one.